While my marriage was falling apart, I was also dealing with my stepfather, who was like a father to me, battling his last days with cancer. My children lost the home, the only home that they knew. And then I had a few good years with my mom, who was also then battling cancer. And I lost her, and she was my rock, my anchor, my best friend. That truly took a piece of me. And then come this year to find out and get diagnosed with a rare blood cancer. It most definitely would have been easy to say, why me, and just roll over and give up and, let all that heartbreak and loss take over. And I am human. The truth is, I did have moments where I did think, why me? How is this my life? How is all of this happening? And it's like one thing after another, and I felt like I didn't even really get to heal from the death of my marriage, and then healing from losing my stepfather. So I just want you to know that whatever you are going through right now, that there is still a purpose and a hope for your life. And I want you to know that I truly know how it feels to go through the motions and feeling anxious and worried about what the future is going to look like, or how things are going to work out as a single mom, as a divorcee, as someone who is 40 plus, starting over, feeling like society has written us off as too old, or feeling like a huge failure because our life hasn't turned out as we had originally planned. So I know and understand all those feelings of despair and anxiousness and brokenheartedness, to the point where you feel like your soul is like broken in 1,000 pieces. I've been there, where I've cried myself on the floor, on my knees, crying to the Lord. What I can say, and I still recall this moment of bawling in tears, my face just drenched in tears, falling on my knees and praying to the Lord. And I remember in that moment of just feeling absolute defeat. But this is truly what I believe, my beautiful ladies, is that God truly sees all our tears and all our heartaches. And even though in that moment we may feel like there isn't a hope, I promise you that there is, and you can come out on the other side. And what I had to decide in that moment in my life, when I had lost my marriage, lost my dad, at the same time, it was basically, at the same time. So I had to decide that accept that no one is coming to save me, and that it is between me and God, and my strength needs to come from Him for me to start rebuilding my life, to heal myself from the trauma. And I had to do the work. We have to do the work. So we have to get to a point in our lives where we just decide that we deserve more. We deserve a good life. We deserve a life of purpose and a hope for a future. And when we make that decision, we have to work on our own healing. Because until we are able to heal from the hurt and the trauma, we really can't break those negative cycles that we keep playing over and over again. So that's why in the last year, I've been working really hard on this digital product. And it would have been easy, honestly, to just try and create something for the sake of just making money because this is what is going to sell. And I didn't want it to be this is not another like getting motivated for the moment and then that motivation is fleeting. So when I decided to create this digital product, it really came from a place of understanding the brokenness, the heartache, going through a betrayal in my marriage, and putting it all out there to help someone else heal. So obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, because maybe you haven't caught any of my previous videos. Maybe you're new here and it's your first time on this channel, my channel. But I am a Christian, I am a believer, and I believe that it's been my faith that has truly helped me get through all these challenging and heartbreaking times and those moments of feeling like I was all alone, but I wasn't. And so with my digital product in there, it is coming from faith-based, if you will. So if you are a believer, but I would even just say, even if you are a non-believer, I would still encourage you, and you will see, I promise you, that through God's words, that the words give you strength, the words give you power, the words give you the endurance. And I am a huge believer in that, because I believe that if it weren't for God's words, I wouldn't have been as strong, if you will, through everything that I had to go through, because there are moments, like I say to my kids, in our lives that there is no one that we can turn to but Him. But if we seek Him and we do the work, I promise you that we will come out better and stronger on the other side. And that's why people, even my friends who are not Christians or whatever, and they can look at me and they even ask how I'm so strong. Like, they see me as a very strong person, but my strength really comes from the Lord. That's what it is. So what I will say is, and you probably heard it before, where when a house is not built on a strong foundation, it just sways everywhere. It falls apart, right? But when a house is built on a strong foundation, we can withstand whatever it is that is thrown at us. So even though I am hopping on here, sharing my digital product, I don't want to just sell you a product. I don't want to just sell something for the sake of making money. When I prayed about what my purpose is, this was what I knew I had to do, was take my own pain and my own heartbreak to help somebody else who may have gone through it or is going through it. And so that's why I took the time to create this product, because I really wanted to help another woman or man, another woman, number one, not feel like she doesn't have a hope, because I know that feeling, because I've been there, that feeling of feeling like you're stuck and you don't know where to begin and you don't know how to break these vicious cycles that you keep putting yourself in and repeating the same old bad habits or toxic, choices in people and relationships. I was there. I was broken and feeling like, I'm doing this on my own, but you don't have to do this on your own. And that's why I created this product, is to truly help you break these negative cycles and ways of thinking so that you can begin to transform your life and evolve. And I'm looking straight at the camera, speaking to you and saying to you that you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay in the same vicious cycles over and over again. That this is, I like to always think that God speaks to us in so many different ways. You are seeing this for a reason. There is a reason that this is popping up on your feed and you're catching this video today, because it is God's calling for you to evolve into the next level and purpose that He has for your life. But unless you do the work, God cannot help us. You know what I mean? Like, God wants to help us, but we have to do the work. This is not just another fluffy, feel-good, motivational product. This is truly a soul work, soul healing 30-day reset. This is truly a reset so that you can work through your healing and figure the direction of your life moving forward. So to all my women, and even men, if you're watching this, who are gone through a divorce or whatever, or heartbreak, that I just want to say that you don't have to stay in your heartache. You don't have to stay in your brokenness, and that there is a God that loves you and wants the best for you. You don't have to stay as the person who is feeling broken or in despair. This is your call to start rebuilding your life and evolving into who God has purposed you to be. Don't say later, don't say tomorrow, say now. Say now to your transformation. Say now to your evolution. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.